My dad, 61M, just told me he doesn't want to be alone with my girlfriend, 19F, in the house. My girlfriend, 19F, and I, 22M, have been together for about 6 months and I live alone with my dad. Last week one day, she was here and I had an hour-and-a-half long driving session. She alone with her for that long. All they did was talk and watch TV. By his own words, that is all they did. She's about to come over again. But he sat me down and said he does not feel safe when he is alone with her. His reasoning for it is that with all of the false sexual assault allegations, he feels he is at risk of it happening to him with my GF. He also mentions the accusations that he has received that were false and the ones that he has seen other women use. But I tried to reason with him saying, I'm more at risk of it happening. My GF isn't the kind of person who would do that, etc. He got defensive saying that I am not acknowledging the problem and not trying to fix it, calling me the genesis of it all. But I know my girlfriend and I know it's his trauma making him think unreasonable and clouded by emotion. But what else can I do? It's his house. Even without his reasoning, I don't know why your GF should be there watching TV if you are not around. He barely knows her since you've been dating 6 months. She is there waiting for hours. I wouldn't want someone in my house for hours just watching TV waiting for someone else. If I'm at home, I just want to be alone and not be uncomfortable because someone else is there waiting. Frankly, you should stop inviting your GF over when you're not going to be there. It's bloody rude. Also, it's his damn home. Respect his boundaries. Why is your GF hanging out with your father when you aren't there for so long? She is 19. Surely she isn't homeless or doesn't have anything else to do. Your father has a right to feel comfortable in his own home. You should respect that. Also, maybe ask your dad to invest in security cameras. Your GF has no reason to be at your house without you there. It doesn't matter his reasons. She needs to leave when you do. Respect boundaries. Unless your girlfriend is paying rent. If your roommate or dad feels uncomfortable with someone being in the house without you there to take responsibility for them. You shouldn't have your GF there without you. You could ask your dad to go to therapy. You can ask your dad if he would be okay if she stayed in your room the whole time. You could make plans to move out, etc. But for now, just ask your GF to be out of the house or come with you when you can't be home. Dude, just send your girlfriend home before your driving lesson or invite her over after you get home. Problem solved. It's your dad's house. And he's told you he's unwilling to be alone with your GF. His reasoning doesn't really matter. And honestly, your GF probably wasn't crazy about the situation either. That sounds awk and I'd personally not love it if I was her. Your dad voiced a concern while at the same time tried to establish a boundary for you and your GF to respect. Instead, you chose to argue with him. He has his reasons, and he has a right to set such boundaries for his own home. And you need to accept and respect it. Not much else that you can do but listen to him and respect his request. Perhaps next time you're due a driving lesson, your GF can come along? Good Lord above. You may want to hang out with her. Your dad doesn't. It's his boundary, so you should respect it. If your dad says that he has received sexual assault allegations, plural, then I'll bet your GF doesn't want to be alone with him either. Your girlfriend is a guest in your father's home, coming over to visit you. If you are not home, there is no reason for her to be there. Your father does not need a reason to not want her there without you. So multiple accusations have been made against your dad and you still leave your girlfriend alone with him? I am a woman, and when I was 16 I was accused of giving a blowjob in the staff toilet, which I didn't do. I was accused of other things too due to being bullied by a man I had turned down. He was much older and had it out for me after I didn't act favorably to his actions toward me, and I tried to avoid him and them until I was called into the office and accused. I almost lost my traineeship and my career track because of this. They said I had touched a younger worker, which never happened and never would. Thankfully the camera footage saved me. But I was a girl who was accused. It doesn't just happen to men. Now I am extremely wary of myself and my partner in instances where there is reasonable doubt. I say to him, never be somewhere there isn't a camera. Don't allow yourself to be alone with a staff member without a camera. It's not worth it. Also, all these people saying he'd go to jail for false accusations. Wake up. Not even real rapists go to jail. Tears of joy. He has every right to not want her there when he's alone in the house. It's his house and he's entitled to peace and privacy from guests, especially when you aren't even there. It's also plain rude to invite your guest over while not there and leave your dad to monitor, babysit. Plus you've only been dating 6 months. Get her to go home, lol. Look, if your dad is that worried about more allegations when he's already received some, I'd be more concerned they aren't as false as he claims. False allegations are rare. It's very strange they keep happening to the same person. So either he's a risk to your girlfriend and he's asking that you keep her away so she doesn't have anything to falsely accuse because you're preventing that from happening, or your dad really was the victim of a false accusation and is extremely afraid of repeats. Either way, do what he asks. For his comfort and her safety, respect that. Your dad is Seuss, but also so are you. It's weird to invite a friend over and leave them with a parent. I grew up in a neighborhood with lots of friends, so would hang out at people's houses often. That being said, I've maybe only hung out with their parents alone for max 30 minutes. Most people's reasoning is that if the kid is busy for more than 30 minutes, then it's time to drop the friend off at home. Saw allegations, possibilities aside, this is just a really weird premise, and you should stop inviting any friends over when you know you'll have to leave them for a while. I have never met a man who worried about false allegations or had accusations with no cause. Sorry to point that out. It's weird.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.